Hello. Hey kitty, good to see you. Hey Kazzy, auto sell my beloved. Oh yeah, that's like a thing. How do we accessibility? Gameplay. Auto sell rarity. Gear this rarity and below is automatically converted to cash and ammo on pickup. Its peak. I mean, that sounds very Outridersy, but also, like, when do I use that? I guess endgame. Yeah, endgame. You could set that to, like, purples or something. It's nowhere near as good as Outriders' system, but, like, no system is as good as Outriders' system, so we'll just leave that. Yeah, 8 feature. I'm probably not going to use it, though. Because I'm gonna forget about it. I'm gonna find a good gun. It's like, ooh, pick it up, and then auto sell. Like, if you find a really good blue roll, you physically can't pick it up. Because if you pick it up, it sells, and if you save quit to turn the setting off, or can you do it from in-game? I read that you could only do it on the menu. The item's gone, because you quit to turn the setting off, so... But then whites and greens barely drop in endgame, so... You can change it in-game or hold button equip. Okay, if you can change it in-game, that's fine. Hold equip doesn't work if it's like an item for another character, or if it's higher level or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be like, you gotta forget about it. Outriders system still peak. That's good though, for being... so late in the game's life cycle. Do I have dialogue skip? Doesn't say I do, but I thought I did. So, I need to have a look. The hunt checklist. 47 out of 370. I am missing the commandlet. Any others? Just the commandlet. Okay. From arms race. Let's go get commandlet then. I don't have an artifact. Oh god, buttons to equip things are different.
Yo, yo. Welcome. This is one of the best SDUs money can buy.
Okay, sensitivity's higher. You can't do good sensitivity. Oh no. You can in this one. Okay. Very different game. The First Ascendant. In First Ascendant, you don't really need to do quick turnarounds. But also, my aim's gonna suck. Alright, well, I'll see how this goes. Jumping into arms race, probably not a good idea. There we go. Timer. Yeah, jumping into arms race, probably not a great idea. But it's fine. I'm really rusty. I've been playing a different looter shooter for a while. And jumping into the easiest to die activity. This is fine. Hey Karma, how you doing? Good to see you. Challenge seems super fun. Interesting way of spelling stressful. You're missing a couple of letters. What's the worst that can happen? I die and I stop. What's the worst that could happen? 2 Torgs, one of them being corrosive. What's the worst that could happen? Oh yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Really? What is the worst that could happen? 2 Torgs, 1 being corrosive. Good lord. Okay, it's not F to punch, it's that button. No. Wrong button. Wrong button there, button. Ah, inventory bug. Not me throwing a grenade trying to access my inventory.
You're gonna get purged, heretic!
I'm down for a brawl.
Really? 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 I haven't even looked at the map, because I just need guns that don't suck. Oh god, there's inventory bug. Jesus. Shouldn't be this common. Hey Jack, is there a hunt at the moment or just a personal challenge? A little bit of both. There isn't a hunt right now, but there is one very soon. I won't be taking part in it. But this is a personal challenge I started a month or so ago. Right. Commandlet's gonna be out of reach by now. Why is my map sensitivity so slow? This is a great first run back. I know, I'm so rusty.
Is that the best you've got?
Lieberman knows! He knows! Find Lieberman!
I feel like I forgot. This has happened every inventory. This, I swear this has gotten worse. Look at my backpack. 4 items. This is 5. I have to leave, enter it. New guns though.
Stab to the heretic!
Dalgum. Hyperion.
Better beat those feet! The safe zone is getting smaller!
Bye. Are all the chests?
Let's go around, huh?
Hi Ghost, how you doing? Hiya. You read about 2024 BL300 a rule about grenade jump, and I was like, what? Or in BL3 you gotta use a specific name modifier. Are you able to post the link to that? I haven't read the new hunt rules. Because we have rocket jumping in BL3, but we don't really have grenade jumping. Heart skipped a beat with that barrel, by the way.
You know, Sal, for an unfeeling force of murder nature, that murder cane sure is patient.
Alkaline, how you doing?
Anyone else want to try?
I thought nade jumps don't work in BL3. Yeah. There's force grenades, but I don't think they affect the player. I'm still curious in the link if you have it. New circle's kinda rude. BL3 build doc? Yeah, it's just exclamation point builds. Or it might be exclamation point BL3 builds. There we go, builds works.
My fists are ready.
You're gonna try to do a one like a gravity snare, probably not go well, but yeah, good luck. Would you be investing in 4th tree as well, or just play flak with gravity snare?
Take it down, ball thieves! Hell yeah!
I'm certainly not about to kick the bucket because of something called a murder cane. Thank you very much.
I would like a primary weapon a bit better than a white rarity dull assault rifle, pretty please. I mean, you have damage. You have damage, but you'll eat my bullets. We're on the blood path now. Hey, Scorch. A boring gun. All right, I need the toilet, so I'm just gonna be back in a minute. I'm back. Yeah, it depends on how strict you're going. Like, are you specking into Purple Tree? If so, your normal mode playthrough, your pet won't be terrible. So, don't be afraid to pick up some pet buffs to make your pet more damaging. I don't know the tree, so I'm hoping there's pet stuff in there. Probably don't use Loader though. Maybe use Skag. And then for end game, Again, depends if you want to say spect in the tree or not. You'd probably just want to go a standard ASE gun build, just using gravity snare to trigger it. Yeah, there is a Nova base skill. It'll insta kill you on Athenas, so don't use the Nova skill. I forgot about that. If you fast travel to Athenas with the Nova skill, you just die. you just simply die. What? That's not how any of that works, game. Good to be back at Borderlands. That's not how doors work.
All right, let's see what this new safe zone has got to challenge me. Oh, you've just made a big mistake. Nothing to it.
The 3D One Life is easy compared to the other games. Yeah, it's also the one that can just kill you the quickest though, so you still gotta be vigilant. Like, every sapper can one-shot you through Health Gate. Barrels are a lot more dangerous. You have Element reacting with puddles. It's easier to get damage and steamroll, but it is also easier for the game to just Thanos snap you.
Yeah, I could use the practice.
Okay, I can still get that drop. So let's make our way over there. Where is it? Is it through? Yeah. Yeah, some baddies are very high priority. For example, Malo and Badass rank enemies do way too much damage. Well, not too much, but you know, they do a lot. They don't have much health. A blaster. We'll say that for the boss. I quite like this Moloko. Yeah, anointed tinks as well. If they teleport behind you and start LMGing you down. Null hounds as well. They don't do any damage, like they'll strip your shield and hold you in place for everything else just to kill you.
Nobody could have predicted this, folks. The murder cane is on the move.
Who's next?
Sending you some more loot, BH. Get it before the murder cane does.
And arms race spike hounds are dangerous.
I'm a freaking legend.
He's trying to double jump on game.
You can always count on the murder cane to stop shrinking every once in a while.
Hope you're warmed up. Is that the best?
I've decided Borderlands 4 needs a combat roll. I guess dashing works better in a first-person game. Hey, Rapid Fire, how you doing? Thank you so much for the 51 months. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. Cyberpunk style dash, yeah. If we can, so we've got sliding and mantling. If we can have a double jump, you know, a la Doom, Cyberpunk, and then a dash, Cyberpunk, we're rocking. I believe there's a mod for that, for one of the games. So hopefully that just makes sense to be the next step. I went to go and press a different inventory button there. Wrong game. Yeah, I should not be doing such a long-winded challenge whilst not even knowing the fucking controls. The biggest thing you want from Borderlands 4 is a functioning UI. Now, okay, when doing Borderlands wish lists, this is very important, that you make your wishes realistic. Otherwise, if they're too unrealistic, it devalues the rest of your list. or fire, I guess.
You even tried.
Hey Shirk, how you doing? Yay BL3, BL3.
Wow. What? I'm just excited.
Hey, a snowdrift.
Exciting. Yeah, no, I mean, no, you know what? You do you, buddy boo.
Hey Corn, how you doing? Hello, hello. They still haven't added vendors to the main area in... I suppose vendors wouldn't work. They still haven't added meat corpses in the arms race area. They give full ammo, so like, use them. Just watching the season rundown for upcoming season of Rainbow Six Siege. I bet that game is completely and utterly unrecognizable to me. I played Siege when it launched, and it's when they kept adding maps is when I fell out with it. Because the game is entirely map knowledge. Like, that is the core fundamental that you need to enjoy that game. When they keep adding maps, it's like, I can't keep up. Like, the game is so much fun if you know the maps. Because you can work around all the defenses, like, the way you can reposition and move around a bomb site, both offense and defense. So important if you know the maps, if you know the routes, if you know which walls to blow up. But if you don't know that, the game's quite boring.
Arms race! Hell yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Vamonos! Vamonos! But you know,
And the maps they were adding just kept being bigger and more complex. It's like, yeah, no, I don't have the time to keep up with this.
get ready for a massacre, folks!
This is going to get messy if I have anything to say about it.
Bit of a better start. Much better start on the old circle front. Oh, these are both elemental. Oh, that sucks. Grind out all the content? Yeah, and that's the direction games have gone now. They just want you to grind them. It's all about playtime. She can hot swap between them like Zane. Interesting.
Anyone else want to try?
See, that seems very powerful for the exact playstyle I was just describing. So that seems like kind of the character for me. Oh. I didn't need bullets. I didn't need bullets. It's fine. Bullets, that's optional. Who needs those? How good is this at killing people? Fucking terrible. So if her robot dies, that's it, she's out. What if the non-active robot dies? So if you swap away just before you die, or somebody finds it as it's just chilling. There's a legendary down there.
I'm a freaking legend.
Move it or lose it. And by it, I mean your life. That murder cane is closing in.
This is a whole lot of danger. Ooh! Hello. Hornet? It's been so long since I've used the Hornet. Mission is this? This is arms race. You start with nothing and then you need to gear up. It's great because it means you're using weapons that you normally wouldn't use. Hey Trade, thank you for the 54 months, much appreciated. Cheers, thank you, thank you. Is this the hunt tracker or just an overlay? I don't really understand the question. The only overlays on screen is a timer and the amount of items I've gotten. Like, I feel like those two should be pretty self-explanatory. Like, it's an overlay of my progress. But it's literally, all it is, Funk, is W split, which is fucking ancient, and a text box. Add text. That's all it is. It's just a timer and a text box. as bog standard as you can get it. No fancy UI for streamer? No. This is budget stream. Don't even have alerts.
Looks like the swirling maelstrom of pain and terror has stopped encroaching on the battlefield. For now.
A slide dodge? That's what you're supposed to do. All three of them are outside the circle. On the other side of the map. You know, I have all on it. Just go get them, it's only a one life. Well, I've already opened the box that has the item that I need, so... It's not like I need the Moe's box. Is it time to do a pro gamer move? It is indeed time to do a pro gamer move, because I am, in fact, a professional gamer. I do need a gun that can kill, that isn't a pistol though. I've got a repeater, hell yeah.
Form, that's what did you in.
Airdrop coming in. Don't say I never gave you nothing.
I just keep getting stronger. Ready for the fight.
A devastator. Alright, where's the next one? Ooh, that one's up top. I should have gone for that one first. Okie dokie. I mean... 2 minutes to get up there.
You can thank our sponsor for this airdrop. Go get it.
You enjoying the show?
130, 30, 30. want to say it's not realistic,
More training.
but it's gonna be tight. Especially if I get cryoed. Ah. Out the way! I have places to be!
Sending you some more loot, BH. Get it before the murder cane does.
It's a vendor. I can't buy class mods in vendors.
Eyes up, Team Bolt Hunter.
I should have a bit more time because it needs to move.
Coming for you.
Alright, buy bullets, head back to Mo's box. I think the only good chance of me getting the class mod this run is Harker and just killing. That's how I got it on my actual hunt run. Was just killing. And I'm not like pushed by time now, so. And thankfully, I have an efficient gun for it. My gun is very efficient at killing.
Is that the best you've got? A dance, a massacre.
Be careful with those bishops, the bullet reflection.
Stop shrinking. Now. Making headlines.
Today's event.
What's my grenade? Not a great one.
I love this stuff. Are you tired of your axe attacks lacking hacking action? Trust Axton's Maxim. Saxon Jackson's Flex and Axe Wax has got your back, Mac. Whether your attack is to chop, smack, or whack, take your axe game to the top of the stack by waxing with Saxon Jackson's Flex and Axe Wax. Endorsed by Axton.
Stronger together.
What? What? Why? Why couldn't you drop like next run? How do I get 2 Hornets in one run? Oh, I can do that. Although, I should probably just end it. I don't have a good shield gun. I have a particle rifle. Boop. Hey, Viper, how you doing? Hello, hello.
Waves against the rocks.
Back to Borderlands, back to Borderlands. The Flood. Would be the OP10 Vorak of BL3 in my opinion. It doesn't really go as hard as Vorak did. I'd say the toughest single encounter is Hemovorus.
We'd better stay out of that storm.
The thing about Vorak is it was specifically designed to be bullshit. Like, that was literally... It was made to be as BS as possible. They didn't really do that in this game. The closest they did, I guess, is the True Trials. They made the True Trials to be bullshit, but because they were using existing enemies, they aren't dangerous like Vorak is. They have insane amounts of health instead, but it just makes them tedious rather than difficult. You know, when you beat Veracitus, it's hooray, I did it. When you beat a true trial boss, it's thank God it's finally over. That was so boring and tedious. Obviously, you get that with Vorak, like thank God it's over, but it's hooray, you did it, rather than that was boring and tedious. Because Vorak is constantly keeping you on your toes. Your Maya Voravir is really awesome if you achieve that. What's funny is Maya is actually my favorite matchup for Vorak. Like, I was trying to get to use my OP8 strat on Salvador and I just couldn't kill him. I just couldn't kill Vorak and Salvador. Yet, I got to a point with Maya where I could walk into that fight, and if I could get past the first minute, chances are I was going to go the full 25 minutes and win.
And by gold, I mean a lot of paper money still used these days for some inexplicable reason.
Inexplicable? It's totally explicable!
Yeah, True Trials should have just been 4-player difficulty.
Fair point, Sal.
And Takedown levels of just, yeah, not what they were. True Trials were a big miss. I mean, I am partially to blame for the state of True Trials, but I didn't write the code. The devs didn't have to try and fight me. No, they didn't have to try and fight me. They did anyway, and they still lost. I won that fight. Unfortunately, the quality of the content suffered for it. One cell, one action, one co-op. That's insanely impressive, Commander. Good shit. Although I do feel like I have to ask, was a weapon swap and a large rocket launcher involved? I entirely agree, Augustin. Borderlands 2 had so many raid bosses, it's okay for one of them to be silly. For one of them to go, this is the boss to end bosses. This is for those who are maxed out of maxed out. Not everything has to be accessible. And BL2 had that. It had that one fight that was, hey, this is only for the 1% of the 1%. And that's fine, because if you don't like that fight, you've got 9 more raid bosses. Borderlands 3 doesn't have that. Although Borderlands 3 does have a lot of endgame, it's so spread thin that they don't really have room to put a fight like that in.
For Jacobs!
Stop telling me to do things.
Oh, so, okay, you were counting those separately, Commander. Nice one. Cool. Nicely done, then. Nicely done. Because, yeah, I had people telling me that OP10 Vorak makes flat pimp having, balanced. So I went and leveled a Salvador. From scratch. Farmed the setup up. And still was killing Vorak multiple times during one Gunzerk duration. Like, no. It was... Any defending of that exploit is not an exploit is incredibly silly. So fucking busted. Now, I don't think BL4 will launch with something that's tough. The difficulty will be us not understanding the game. Like, there are stuff we are still discovering now with Borderlands 3 that would have worked on launch. Like, some fights on launch were just tough. Like, getting a sub-20 Slaughter Shaft. Like, that was impressive stuff. Now, if we went into launch version of Borderlands 3, if we took more than 20 minutes, the Slaughter Shaft would be like, what the heck are we doing here? What next were we talking about? Flak pimp having, or pimp having in general. On, like, Salvador or any character. How fast is Chef nowadays? Sub 10. On all characters? Slaughter Shaft Flak. Ooh! Slaughter Shaft Flak. 10 minutes, 1 second. Oh, I'm gonna have to... My Lightspeed Frozen Heart run is 10:14. I might have to go and shave 15 seconds off of that. That's fucking tough, though. That's a really good time for non-Lucky 7. Amara Lucky 7, 10:12. Anarchy, 10:40. Free Radical, 11:20. Zane, Anarchy, 945, Anarchy 950, and then Moe's Lucky 7 901. 901. Aura. Oh yeah, if I did time trials again, I'd ban Lucky 7. But then again, is that... It's dominant, but like, Sting of Fish Slap is probably more dominant overall. And like, that's... If you remove those two, then you got Frozen Heart, Lightspeed. It's like, you can't win. What is Lucky 7? Lucky 7 is a gun that you have to constantly reload to get a really OP roll on it. So like every time you reload the gun, you get like a random set of buffs. What you can do is spend minutes getting your buffs and then have a way of sustaining infinite ammo to sustain them throughout an activity, and it's ridiculously overpowered compared to any other weapon. The balancing factor is you get 10 bullets of OP, and then you go back to like normal. So, as a general use weapon, it's fine, but when you build around it, it just becomes ridiculous. I understand why we allowed a Lucky 7, and I stand by allowing it, but I still hate it. Yeah, same for me with Fish Slap. The thing is you can't have so many categories. You can't just have the Lucky 7 category, because what if somebody brings a setup that's faster than Lucky 7? Then you've got two separated categories for no reason. Lucky 7 didn't even enter time trials till like months later. It's no, you can't just create a new category for every new meta. That's not feasible or fun. Can I link the flak run? The flak is Lucky 7. The 1014 light speed run is that one. If you want to see two different builds that are very close together.
Let the arms race begin.
This is going to get messy if I
Don't think there's anything we didn't ban that we should have, you know? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's fine. Ooh, or spawn for it.
Shut the siren!
But I have a high capacity shield. The circle or the square. ×2, that's good. There's a legendary in here. Ah, it's a toboggan, that's annoying. Imagine Hellwalker. That's a good toboggan though. Proton rifle. How far out the circle is it? Okay, we'll probably have like another minute. We also need to get out of there. I'm being like hardcore chased. That better not be a null hound. It's a fun run, that's fine. Extra chest. Is that front runner still chasing me? Where'd you drop. Oh, it... Stop changing guns! Now the previous room's catching up. I want to grab that purple. Oh, this is really shitty.
My fists are ready.
Well, this is the start to get rid of the rust. This is the start that makes the games going, hey, you better not be rusty still.
Keep an eye on that murder case, friends. It's coming for you.
Welcome back to first person. Projected. Alright, to the left. Hey Manor, how you doing? UTD is only stronger in Hemo. Sometimes even stronger. Yeah, that's fair. You streaming hereabouts rather than Twitch? I'm streaming to both. Movement speed and health regen. Very nice. Projected!
Anyone else want to try?
I need a helmet.
It's not required build at all, yeah. I have a video of me killing Hemo without any skill points. In like a few seconds. That part's important because I've also done no skill point 1 life with a pre-build. Which included Hemo. But the Hemo fight took a very long time. Alright, where are we going now? Yeah, current route's fine.
No boundaries established. Bad move, heretic. Watch this. Let's wrap this up.
Weather drops. There's one on current route. Next to... yeah, they're all inside the circle. Cool, cool. That better be a commandlet. My DPS is so bad. Well, that's a lot better, but that'll eat bullets. Do I have a good pistol? I do have a good pistol. Should we eat bullets? Bullets are tasty. I think Borderlands 4 will be a power creep mess, and I don't think it will have any difficulty whatsoever. Maybe not at launch, but it will launch with a lot of unbalanced things. And I reckon that there will be quick to buff things. Too quick to buff things. The thing is we will find very OP setups very early on, but these setups won't be the strongest that exist in the launch state of Borderlands 4. We just won't have found the strongest stuff yet. But they'll buff the strongest stuff before we discover it's good. And the strongest stuff will just be ridiculous. That's what's gonna happen. A front loader. This is a whole lot of not very good. That's a snowdrift. Sorry! I apologize!
Oh, you just made a big mistake.
Again. The amount of legendaries should be toned down a bit. I don't want to agree, but I think I have to. Especially shields. Okay, I was looking for a build gravity snare and holy. Be real now. Bad is it? Yeah, what Viper's saying there is basically what I said earlier. Just make a generic gun build and use gravity snare to activate your buffs. Like, yeah, fade away would do it better, but you're using grav snare. Annihilate part variants, yes. People keep saying to go back to the Borderlands 2 part system though, but no, that's just silly. I don't want a Jacob's weapon with Maliwan parts. It makes no fucking sense, both lore-wise and gameplay-wise. New part system. Just tone it down. I think what we need is Wonderlance's loot lock system, but only for world drops. And not tied to a collectible, just tied to character level. Like Wonderlands is tied. Wonderlands' base loot luck is tied to character level, and then the loot dice were a modifier on top of that. So the biggest thing was still just leveling up, and that I think is fine. Just don't tie Deddy drops to it. They should just be 10%, or, you know, 20 if there's 2 items, 30 if there's 3. Or, hear me out, Aurelia system, where it's just 30% regardless. Or 10% regardless of how many items there are. You know, people say, oh, there should never be more than 1 item per boss. I disagree, but if there are going to be multiple items in a boss, just do it like Aurelia. Aurelia's system should be the standard, yeah. The sentiment of bosses should never have more than 1 item, I think, is wrong, because Aurelia exists. That there is a way of doing it, and it's being fine. The actual percentage you can tweak. 95? It's annoying, you're gonna have to wait for the 100. I've got 3 evenings in a row at work. And who knows how tired I'll be after that on the following day. Zuh. How you doing, Casper? Hope you're well. I think I already said hi, but I'm saying hi again just in case because I think I forgot. Hey, New X-Men, good to see you. Hi, hiya. What, you don't want elemental damage increasing my non-elemental weapon? DLC character instead of a new skill tree? That one's tricky because, like, I get a lot out of the bonus skill tree because I like the existing characters. If they were to release, like, an Aurelia, that does nothing for me. That's nothing. I don't like Aurelia. Yet if they release a new skill tree onto every single character, that's always going to do something. I mean, I'm happy with either, but... You understand that justification new trees instead of new characters? And you agree with them? I mean, okay. Hear me out. 1 new character, 1 new skill tree. For each character, including the new character. More trees probably come with more skill points. Yes, that was a big pain point of more skill trees. Is that they added more skill points to compensate, but it meant that if you didn't have the bonus skill trees or you played Flak, it all just fell apart. It just didn't. Didn't like that one at all. They're still in thing. It's moving. If I'm quick, I can run through Skag Gully and mop those up. I have Flood, so boss is covered. I can't remember what time I was on when I started arms race. But like, this was a really quick arms race apart from Commando. And then it's becoming a lot more of a generic arms race just for this 1 item.
Absolute massacre. Who's next?
Oh, I have Snowdrift. Am I going through tunnel? I'm not going through tunnel. Going down the alley.
Murder Cairn has stopped shrinking. Quit running and get back to killing.
Ish. The thing is, with Borderlands, is you can make anything work. That doesn't say anything about the the effectiveness of the thing that you've made work. That's just Borderlands not being a difficult game.
It's on now.
Better secure that airdrop while you can.
Most of those 3 points most of the time. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Unless you mean that's just how much Mo's invested into Purple Tree. And I'm gonna say now, basically no matter what build you run, if you only invested 3 points into Purple Tree, you were missing out. Purple Tree is a lot better than 3 points, regardless of your setup. I'm just going to equip this shield just so it stops being annoying. I mean, most builds only spend 3 points on Purple Tree. Let's have a look, shall we? Tree Mo's, that's tier 4, ASC Cub, tier 2. Rocketeer Mo's, tier 3, Banjo Bear, tier 5, Punch Bear, tier 1. Wow. The Face Puncher Mo's build, by me, only used 3 points. Same with Bloody Om Nom. There's 2 with 3 points right there. Grenade Mo's, tier 5, Onova, tier 5, Cub Chew, tier 6. Superior Cryopower, tier 5. Cub Stab, tier 5. Aye. A Bloodletter build and a Face Puncher build.
Airdrop coming in. Don't say I never gave you nothing.
Is that the best you've got?
Face Puncher Mo sounds funny. It's a war crime. But yes, it was funny. Face Puncher Mo's was very strong. It was one of the fastest clearing Mo's builds for a while. I mean, Flag Purple's not useless, because you can make it work, but like, yeah. Reject Face Puncher, embrace Blade Fury, never. I hate Blade Fury. Yeah, Flaunch is a cool build. I like Flauncher. I don't really want to fight you, Mr. Spider-Man King, but I will. You've had fun since getting the save file, just doing Guardian Takedown with Launcher and Plague Bearer. It's chill. Nice. I should have looked at grenades. Oh. I don't need grenades. maybe I needed grenades. Level up bonus. Sir? You good, buddy? That's not a commandlet, that's a tizzy. That's the wrong item. Is there something I should be sending back? Coil, I guess. And the good toboggan at 50 something. 56? I think Annoy should disappear. No, but I think the system needs work. A, the Anoints themselves need grossly rebalancing. Something more akin to Wonderland's values. Basically, Wonderland's had the system perfect. But two big issues with Wonderland's system. The cost for rerolling was too high. And the weighting of the Anoints or Enchants shouldn't exist. Some of those enchants were so rare that it would take you average of like 60 hours for a reroll onto it. It was not okay. And they were like build defining enchants. Thinking short fuse. Whatever silly name we gave it. I can't remember. What was the silly name we gave the short fuse annoying? Spore fuse. Spore fuse, yeah, spore fuse. New war crime. Mag size movement speed versus assault rifle damage cooldown rate. I think mag size movement speed wins. Oh, Spore Warden, poor 7th place class. Functional UI though. Keep your wish list realistic. We've been over this. We've had this conversation today, okay? A wish list loses credibility when you add in unrealistic. I wasn't here. But yes, please, functional UI. Well, it got nerfed hard. It wasn't even the nerf that got it. Like, the nerf wasn't that big. Just kind of sucks. See, the nerf, I agree with. But it needed just rebalancing. What was the nerf? They nerfed the one skill that was good. The debuff skill. When you hit something with ability damage, the enemy gets debuffed. I can't remember if it was a team debuff or just a personal debuff. Yeah, that got nerfed. Which, okay, it was Spore Warden's best skill. And it's still Spore Warden's best skill. But, like... of what competition? Not including the Ricochet one, because of course that does funnies. Right, I'll be back in a minute, because I need the loo again, because my bladder is being mean to me today. Stay hydrated. I'm back. You know what really hurts Borderlands was sawmill ammo nerfs? Well, yeah, sawmill just kind of got gutted, didn't it? Its damage is what got gutted. It actually, didn't it become more ammo efficient? Didn't they make it consume less ammo, but also do less damage? I remember you playing co-op, just being the guy shooting the bow. Well, so that was a different build. Bow build was fun until you encountered a boss, and then it wasn't fun. Because that's one thing with Wonderlands, is it had too much of a health difference between bosses and mobbing. Enduring Legacy, Secret Garden, Divine Punishment, and Shrooms Made. VS are currently baking. Nice, nice, nice. Shrooms Made is an interesting statement, but I understand it. Currently farming for more Secret Gardens and Legacy parts. Yeah, they're the rare rude ones. They're 10%. Got brutal. Like, Sawmill got fucking annihilated. Like, in terms of worst nerfs to a weapon in Borderlands, Sawmills was... or lands. Sawmills was one of the worst. I got my Discord because I mainly follow the time trials. What builds do you think Mose and Zane could dominate if they weren't Creamer, Hustler, or Lucky 7? Punch Bear Mose, Iron Bear Mose, Activity depending. Slam, Ground Slam Mose. For Zane, a non-shooting... Well, okay, one Zane build that dominates that you didn't mention is just Fish Slap Stinger. But the other non-shooting Zane build would be a pet-oriented with Sparkplug. That had some leaderboard presence. I'm not sure if it does anymore. That's a good setup. Along with Plague Bearer. And if you're just saying no rocket launchers in general, then you'll just be looking at Gun, Free Radical. That'll mainly just be Sparkplug, won't it? Because AoEs. Didn't know about the melee Zane. Yeah, that's just the power of Fish Slap and Stinger. I don't like Fish Slap and Stinger because of that. But yeah, Zane does it very, very well. Despite not having a single skill that benefits its damage. I can see the top times, you want some good builds? Okay, so you're asking two different questions though. If you want good builds, follow this link. It's multiple links. If you want speedrun builds, follow that one. They are two very different things. You cannot just throw a speedrun build on and expect it to be good at all content well. That's where the first links come in. Or practicality, or consideration of any other activity. Viper. Like some are catch-alls and some aren't, and if you don't know builds, you're not going to know the difference. Honestly, fuck that melee. I hope Borderlands 4 does away with, quote, melee, quote. I hope Borderlands 4 does away with that. I have a good pasta recipe you can use. Shock damage on Artifact in the top slot actually is 2 passives, allowing your Artifact to have 4 passives instead of 3. The second passive that shock damage is also shotgun damage. So if you have a shotgun with a shock damage passive on your Artifact, it is actually getting double the benefit. Didn't they fix the double stats? Ooh, I don't remember them. They might have. Oh no, pasta recipe no longer relevant. You were having a good day? You knew about this, Viper. Surely you knew that one. That was like a well-known one. We put that into builds because it was relevant and like impact. You don't remember knowing it? Well, now you remember knowing it. This is the Guardian takedown, so this is the Malin. It's not gonna work. Yeah, you can't do that as a general thing. Like, yeah, for speedrunning, you have a Malin takedown build and a Guardian takedown build, but... I think because you're a console player, you just refuse the knowledge. I'm not making that jump. Oh, fuck.
Anyone else want to try?
I think me missing the jump is causing the hyper-aggressiveness of these enemies. You could just say Ionic Disruptor for passive recipe and leave it at that. Yeah, that one was the one that jumped in my mind. For passives. Also, Stone, since you're here, did they fix it? The artifact passives. Yeah, Ionic Disruptor is a good pasta. That one comes in many flavors. You can do a lot with Ionic Disruptor in terms of pasta. My favorite one is the dot is a bullet. The damage over time, each tick of that is a bullet. And it can do bullet things like short fuse. That's some spicy pasta. It's also my favorite Seer speed kill. You just poke Seer and he explodes. What is happening here? Why is there like 4 badasses? This is not okay. Okay, you're dead.
Safe zone's getting smaller. Gotta move.
When you Bale 3 stream, you leave your sanity at the door? Yes. Lazy reminding us that only spaghetti exists in the Borderlands universe. you know what I would like a lot right now? Fucking Commandlet. A Commandlet would be really nice. Now, also the campaigns, does weapon level actually matter? What, like level 56? Yeah, because that's going to be essentially your base damage. You can't use a level 10 gun at level 30 unless it's called Plasma Coil. You can't do that because Plasma Coil starts at 13. Yeah, that's going to be tied to your base damage. So that's going to be important. Like, don't look at this number, look at this number. Look at the damage number. Damage times firing. But yeah, that's important. Unless you mean item score, at which point, no, it does not matter. Use gun until it feels shit, basically. Try guns out, see which ones you like, and the ones that you do like, use them until you don't like them anymore.
Did you even try?
Item score is confusing to newcomers. It's funny because it's a mechanic intended to help newcomers. It's not like light level in Destiny. I think that's like the biggest confusion point with it, is if you treat it like light level.
Let's go around, huh?
Because during my first few playthroughs of the game, I looked at item score, and it did kind of give a general, like if you didn't want to look at any of the stats, like it would make sure you always had an acceptable weapon capable of taking you further into the game. That's what it is able to do. The issue is if you overthink it at all, it just falls to pieces.
Another day, another circle of death.
But if you just stick with the highest item score stuff, like you will always have competent items. Which is enough for a first playthrough. Where item score really falls apart is after the first playthrough. Like into post game. This assault rifle is so bad. Ah, shit. Oh, where are all the chests? I'm running out of bullets. I wonder if Eli Roth feels any guilt for ruining Randy's Hollywood debut. I enjoyed the movie.
A fight for me? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Finish the main story of Borderlands 3, what can you do after that? You've got all of Borderlands 3's endgame, which is quite comprehensive. You've... Basically, your main drive will be making a powerful build with powerful weapons to beat the big scary bosses. Or rather, the takedowns, which is essentially, if you've played Destiny, it's like a raid. Or a dungeon, a Destiny dungeon might be a better comparison. Those are things now. You've got DLC campaigns. Those will be the good place to start. That'll unlock more content, more loot, and also level you up. You've got the Mayhem mode to slowly scale up. Don't worry about it too much. Like, Mayhem 1 is chill. A new game without DLCs. So if you've got no DLCs, you've got events and takedowns. So you can still do the building of a character, make a build, and you've still got those dungeons. You have proving grounds, which are great for class mods and artifacts. You have events, which are great for just, A, they're fun, and B, there's just some cool like weaponry in there, especially I forgot the fucking name of it. Cartels, especially cartels. You've got 3 Circle of Slaughters Arena, which can give you lots of guns, especially the COV one, Slaughter Shaft. And then you've got the 2 takedowns, Maliwan Takedown and Guardian Takedown. Maliwan Takedown's really fun and is going to be the easier one to access typically. Guardian Takedown is like the mechanics-based one. It's like, it's very similar to Vault of Glass. There's like plates you gotta charge, and if you don't, there's a white mechanic. It's quite cool, and a quiet taste. Whereas Maliwan Takedown is just charge, combat, explosions. So those are your 2 dungeons. And then, yeah, there's a whole bunch of builds there, so if there's like a one that you want to build out. Yeah, if you find a really good gun you want to make a build around, you can go for it. Hellwalker's really fun. Hellwalker's a double barrel shotgun that does like doom riffs every time you fire it and pick it up. It's the rip and tear gun. It's the super shotgun. It's called the Hellwalker. It's great. Lots of people love the Hellwalker. Okay, so we've got a drop there, a drop there, left and right, and then we've got a drop all the way at the top, outside of the circle. Can I do a gamer move? Oh, let's do a gamer move. Where is it? The route. Down, right, straight line it. This is great when you have Snowdrift, because you can actually do bullshit like this. You can just cross the map in like 20 seconds. I wonder if the Borderlands 4 announcement helped Viper. Probably didn't.
Is that the best you've got?
Nothing good. So now we'll just zip on back. Is there a different route I can go to make it a bit better? Wait, where's Skag Gully on this map? Okay, all the way over there. We can go right side. Yeah, let's do that. I have somebody at work who's just getting into Borderlands, played it a little bit. You don't play it much, no way, like, not a chance of ever approaching endgame, like. He's a FIFA COD gamer. But he's early in Borderlands 3.
Get your ass in gear, Team Vault Hunter. That murder cane is coming your way.
Hey Coca, how you doing? Unexpected BL3 today? Yeah, also 15 watch streak. Damn right, hell yeah. Yeah, probably not gonna stream First Ascendant until Season 1 drops. I'll just be cooking catalysts and farming money. I was very disappointed to see the release schedule for Season 1. And they improved it, but it's still not great.
Get used to this.
I was looking forward to, like, big grind sesh. But they kind of, like, gutted that, didn't they? After seeing Hayley's skills, though, I think Hayley's a character I'm going to want to build out. A mixture of skills and guns, and you go in between the two. That's, like, right up my alley. Oh, so what they're doing, Viper, is they're adding a character, but they're not adding the character-specific modules, i.e. class mods, until later. So imagine they just drop Gauge, but don't drop Gauge class mods till later. How much later? It was originally 2 months, but they brought it back to a month and a half. Which is ridiculous! What the fuck? I know. I was looking forward to Ultimate Freyna. I was holding off upgrading Freyna because we were getting Ultimate Freyna. But no, 2 months for her. A month and a half now. Yeah. As much as the Hellwalker is sometimes overrated, kills like Hell would make Brain go very. Yeah, it's an easy to recommend weapon, isn't it? You felt lost after finishing the main story since there's no specific objective, that's why I asked. Oh, there's so much to endgame in Borderlands 3. It's got the most comprehensive endgame out of any of the Borderlands games. PC's going great, Sam. I hope you're doing well. In the pay shop, they won't be, Abby. Also, they added it. They're adding a new activity, which I was really excited for, Viper. Okay, get this. Solo. It's a 4-player game, but there's solo dungeons, right? Which are then timed, and the faster time you get, the better rewards you get. That sounds sick, right? I'm gonna get a speedrun build set up. We're gonna like get the quickest times possible. No, it uses existing dungeons within the game. Each day it picks 2, of which you can only run twice each. And then the next day it picks another 2, of which you can only run twice each. It just killed all motivation to want to make a speedrun build and grind them out. I wanted to make a build specifically for speedrunning them, but now I'm just like, what's the point? How long are these dungeons? I mean, they're the existing dungeons, but they're adding in new mechanics, so we don't know. The existing dungeons take 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes a bit less, but they're adding in new mechanics, so it'll make them take longer, I imagine. So we don't actually know the duration. But yeah.
This is so goddamn sublime.
Yeah, at least with daily ops, you can still grind them for base rewards. And also, because it's the game's existing dungeons, you can just play these dungeons solo anyway. So, like... It don't really feel new. That's a sickle. I want a sickle. I want to play with a sickle. That sounds like fun. I need to remember this is a 1 life, and I shouldn't be silly. Way to almost do good things, but not quite Nexon. It's annoying because it's a fun game and I like it. And they are doing improvements. They're improving the build system so you can have more than one builder character now. Like they're making improvements.
There we go. Now we can stop all this running and get back to the killing.
The hard limit on 2 crystal catalysts a day is still shit though. I should just take a month off, farm 60 of them, come back and just be good.
yourself a canister of Harley Harden's hair hardener and ensure that your style never falls flat.
I'm really hoping to do a surprise red mod patch. Yeah. Like, the character can still be fun and have a unique build, but like, how do you know what catalyst to put in? Like, what if there's a red mod you want to build around, but it requires different sockets? Like... I hate Sickle's reload animation. You always think it's done, but it's not. I'm running out of pistol ammo.
You can do better than that.
You can do generic skill build or generic something build, cannot fine tune it yet because you have no idea what to fine tune it for. Yeah. It's like they want people to grind their game, but they also don't want people to grind their game at the same time. It's kind of bizarre. You know what game doesn't do that? Borderlands. Two months is fucking crazy? Yeah. I imagine game launches and they just go, yeah, Mara doesn't get class mods. Wait, hang on. Bad example. Imagine the game launching and them going, hey, Moze doesn't get class mods until 2 months later. It's a good thing I didn't say Zane a second time.
Time for Team Vault Hunter to get a move on.
That's such a straight hit. I know. I realized halfway through saying it, like, wait a minute. That was such a stray. Brilliant though. Might as well one class mod. Well, driver's competent enough. You've got driver and Phaserker really. And for the Stone Swans who are potentially still listening, you've got Kensei for some fun stuff. But like, I still stand by that Kensei's a waste of time. Do I have corrosive? I don't have any anti-armor. And there is no anti-armor in the vendor. Nemesis clears anyway.
Anyone else want to try?
The shock there is nice.
You know, Team Vault Hunter really brought it today. None of that go big or go home stuff. Nah,
I'm not getting this, am I? I'm not getting this damn class one. It's been hours since my last new item this run.
don't do that. Hey, I'm just trying to riff with you.
This all I need is this one class mod. And then I'm done with arms race on this attempt. And then watch me die right after. More arms that will be racing. Yep. Stone com is the ball com. Stone's alright. Yeah, like stone. But like that's also means using ball, and ball is just suboptimal.
Vault hunters need to carry a lot of stuff. Carry more with an SDU.
But ball though. Ball. Two months. Oh, a month and a half. Like Fantastic is fun in Guardian. Yeah, Guardian, that's just because Guardian's a well-made map. Oh, it's okay though, Viper. Hang on, I have the thing here. It's okay, because we are getting Ultimate Descendant exclusive spawn-in animations. Yeah.
So, let's get this arms race on the road.
That was scheduled to come before the class mods.
Splatter.
Now they're coming at the same time, they merged the two. Which means my Ultimate Descendant spawn-in animations got delayed! Oh no! That's what, how much will they cost? Not a clue.
Get ready for a massacre, folks.
Time to be the champion! Dropping the hammer!
More dial pistols. I've had a dial pistol start 3 times in a row now. What shield is it? Circle. I like circles. Hey, give me gun. ×2. Wait. 1,700 damage. Okay. Why do Vlad sniper rifles suck so much? This pistol was more DPS than that sniper.
My fists are ready!
I made the jump even while cryoed. Hell yeah.
Is that the best you've got?
This pistol does a lot of damage, which means it's quite ammo efficient. Which is important for me. Why does Vlad... That's a good question. I really hope just the base non-uniques are better balanced in Borderlands 4. Like, that should be the easiest thing to balance weapon-wise, is make sure the non-uniques are balanced. Okay. Cryo and an angry gun. I'm just going to set up for an escape. Okay, level of bonus, cool. Okay, we got some toys here. Yes. You.
I will have a place in...
Best we could do is make Dahl OP. Dahl's not even OP. Why are you gonna bait me with 2 legendaries and it not be the commandlet? I'm getting cyberbullied. Was Dahl the rifle that got Earth early on? Yes. And yes, that was Dahlia. At least we get the new loadout system, but we've got to spend even more catalysts. Yeah. Catalyst farming is... The issue with catalyst farming is the duration on the item is too long. It needs to be 4 hours, or 2. It needs to be less, basically, because currently you're hard limited on 2 catalysts a day, 3 if you plan your work schedule, your life, and your sleep schedule in a perfect rhythm around the research time, which isn't happening. In a perfect rhythm. So, yeah, no. You two catalysts a day, and you need like 8 per thing. More if you want to have more builds. Best static charge, we find elemental projector. I'd never use an elemental projector static charge. Like, ever. Either knife drain or elemental stone. Let's just make several of the same items at the same time. Yes. Where do I want to go? I want to go right.
Keep an eye on that murder cane, friends. It's coming for you.
Oh, also, they're adding a new thing to grind for. It's another boost you can, like, stat boost you can put on your character. So you've got an extra thing to grind for every single character. But it's this season only, so after the season end, it goes away. Even if it wasn't the season only, it's a mechanic I don't like, but now I just have an excuse to ignore it. Although they are adding a hard mode dungeon, like hard mode operations later, so it might be balanced around having them. That I do not mind. I mind greatly, because I work 50 hours a week. And I like exploring with different builds. And they're also tied to our daily dungeons that you can only do 4 of. So like, that's just pushing me. Because I like playing with lots of characters, that's just pushing me to log in every day, and that is just a practice I dislike greatly. And all it takes is not logging in for a few days, and then it's very easy to continue not logging in for a few days. Yeah, I hope it's not, but of course we don't know the values yet. Somehow have an urge to grind a smog. What's the world come to? Not a terrible weapon, and actually has a unique mechanic that offers a unique playstyle. Okay, grinding a smog, what is wrong with you? Using a smog, that's good, respectful stuff right there. Is that a rebel yell? I like a rebel yell. Let's go, you got Pearl with max size fire rate. Oh, heck yeah. Good shit. What? Oh, frame rate. Frame rate tied ragdoll effects. Oh, grass, so good. Whoever decided ragdoll effects should be tied to frame rate. Oh, bless you. That was the best ragdoll I've seen. That was so good. You decided to grind it to 500k iridium. Okay, so assuming we can get a nice optimal farm in at 13,000 iridium a second, if we really push it, we could probably go for 14,000 iridium a second. Jesus fucking Christ. Iridium an hour. We can get that down to like 30 hours of grinding. Easy peasy. You go, G-Rod. I believe in you. It won't be build is literally inaccessible, but it will be build is not fully replicatable, which I do not like. One, I guess, FOMO that I quite like is seasons in a Diablo-esque. So you level up a brand new character for that season when the season goes. I don't quite know how the system works because I've never actually done it, but I do like the idea. So you have your main standard character that's kind of like what I would be playing normally, but then you have a seasonal character. That I like if the grind for it is reasonable. I like that idea, though I've never played with it. Still not enough for rerolls. On average, it's about 8k a reroll, so you'll be actually really comfy for a very long time. So you limit it to 25k a day, so like 2 hours. 2 hours of iridium farming every day, that sounds like misery. That suddenly becomes a lot less interesting. Like, either do 8 or 30 minutes. I think I'd rather just brute force it and just do like 8 a day. That's the way of burning it. Nah, that just sounds unfun. Yeah, doing it to a daily amount, not a fan. Just doing it on and off, I get. But trying to do a certain amount every day, yeah, no thank you.
Don't say I never gave you nothing.
Anyone else want to try? I hope you're warmed up.
Devoted. Interesting design. You know, having like this really spool up, rapid fire, lots of DPS, but then having a really slow reload. That's a really cool design for a legendary. If, you know, all the other legendaries in the game just didn't have downsides like that. Like that devoted is a weapon that was designed, okay, strong effect, powerful downside. Cool. We like that. But then there's just way too many guns that just don't have that design philosophy. And then it just all falls to pieces and nobody uses devoted. So why would they?
Stronger together.
Like, if you're gonna give weapons downsides like that, give every weapon downsides like that, or just don't bother. And there's the Infinity Pistol. Well, the Infinity Pistol does just straight up less damage, so... like, that's kind of fine. Infinity Pistol has a similar downside. It's, you have all of the damage uptime, but you have no damage. Although, it's alright now, they buffed it. But the idea is still there. That's a Terminator with corrosive. I think my Terminator's got corrosive, yeah. If it goes parallel to your gameplay, why not? Absolutely. Invasion dungeons do not seem that though. I can't sit down and farm a bunch. I gotta do the daily login bullshit because it's 4 a day. Don't know how loot will be distributed with the invasion dungeons, but the whole system just reeks. Like, I'm the type of player who's happy to sit down for 4 or 5 hours and game a bit, but I also can't play every day. Because I have work days where I get up, I go to work, I come home, I go to bed. So the entire system just fucks me. Like, let me do the grind when it suits me. Crossroads' downside is they took its pallet away. They closed a road for construction and never opened it again. There's still roadworks there. Hey, Willoth, how you doing? Hiya, hiya. Like, daily rotation sucks. I hate it. If I gotta wait a week and a half to get the thing that I need, F that. But at least let me continually, like... either one or the other, right? Let me run any invasion dungeon twice a day. Or let me run the 2 invasion dungeons that you've chosen as many times as I want. Free radical shock only. Yeah, but when you've got so much brute force, it doesn't matter. Shock only kind of sucks, because, you know, Revolta is also shock, so you're just double opening up on shock there, but that's also a good thing if you're fighting shields, like the hardest content in the game. You know what would be great right now? A commandlet. I'm like 4 streams in on this fucking commandlet farm. Rad. Armor. 1 mag of shields, I guess. And then there's fire in there as well. So your rad, your armor, your shields. The other way around. Should have checked for grenades.
Well, today's action rages on. Let's hear about today's sponsor. Coffin Kaufman's Coffins at Cost. Sal?
Whether you're a warlord with an army of faceless goons or a CEO with a legion of expendable corporate troops,
at cost is the wholesale corpse storage solution for the evil tyrant on the move. Call now and ask about their new balsa line.
Coffin Kaufman's coffins at cost. If you can't save their lives, might as well save some cash. Ladies and gentlemen, and every other conceivable...
That's such a good Borderlands, like, thing, that.
Tell them what they want, Sal.
In addition to the high-quality loot they extract from this
That advert.
race match, each contestant has
What new mechanics or helpful thing you would like to see implemented in Borderlands 4?
participating dynasty
Outriders loot filter.
only valid in areas not currently deemed an active war zone.
See, that's a great answer because it applies to every loot game ever. Is it a loot game? Cool. Outriders loot filter improves it. Outriders damage breakdown at the end of every activity. That's also another good one. Or, if that's too complicated, just the Outriders damage breakdown in the target dummy range. Also, launching with a dummy, target dummy. We're like... 2 games have done that, and one of them was terrible. Just launch with the target dummy. Did BL1 ever get a target dummy? Or was that just purely a BL2 thing? No. Please don't remind me of BL3 launch. Listen, not being able to aim down sights for a month was good shit, alright? I loved hip firing for an entire fucking month. Yeah, TPS added it with DLCs. BL3 added it with an update. Wonderlands launched with it, though they were pretty rubbish. Though they were there. And Borderlands 2 launched with it. Either that, Gerard, or massively simplify the passives. I didn't know it was ADS lag, so I just crashed for a month. Oh, I crashed too! Oh, I crashed a lot that first month as well. I spent a lot of time looking at those intro screens. Been loving it? Hell yeah, cheese. Yeah, BL3 launched rough. I mean, okay. Let's get some expectations in. Every mainline Borderlands game, launched really rough. The best one was probably the pre-sequel. That one launched in a mostly functional state, just lacking in content state. The rest were okay on content, just lacking on the functionality department. Let's not forget how Borderlands 2 had shared ammo effects with enemies. So, like, a robot firing a Vladoff launcher fucked with your ammo. And let's also not forget that Borderlands 2 had what can only be described as an STD. So, like, Borderlands 3 launched without the ability to aim down sights. Yeah, Borderlands 4 is going to have something messy. Max level modes, max level flat, got a couple Mario playthrough going on, game launched like ass. I enjoyed it. But yeah, it wasn't functional. Hard lock for Final Location, the pre-sequel? Oh, Christ. Mostly functional? Yeah, mostly. Who's doing arms race? Zeph. Probably just when you had no expectations. I mean, it can't be worse than BL2's. BL2 launched its first DLC and wiped out half of the save files on Xbox.
Bring you down.
I remember sitting at an Xbox party call, my friend was on the phone to Microsoft support, like, hey, Borderlands DLC wiped my save files. For release dedicated drops. Well, they had to do it post-launch pre-sequel. They had to do it post-launch Borderlands 3. Hopefully they get the idea. I mean, dedicated drops are an outdated system, but you know, have them there just to keep the crowd happy. Literally takes nothing away from the game for having them. Ooh, Melter. Oh, is this another good spawn? It is another good spawn. Hell yeah. Oh, and their Melter's got radiation. But there are no dedicated drops for Boil 2 and 3. No, pre-sequel didn't, and it did. Just limited. 3 did as well, but again, limited. They improved dedicated drops of Borderlands 3 on 2 separate patches. One added a bunch, and the other kind of scrambled them and made them really silly. Like, why does the Genevieve shield no longer drop from Genevieve? It drops on Max, which is way before Genevieve, or it might be Rax, one of the two. Anyway, they screwed it up, but it's got deady drops. BL2 had deady drops, but they were 3%, and they were awful to farm for. Some of them didn't work, Infinity and Fastball, but they fixed that 3 years later. 2.5, 3 years later. They took their time improving Borderlands 2 deady drops. They really took their time. They weren't good for a very long time. It literally took them about 2.5, 3 years to fix BL2's drop rates. Do I know the modern drop rate in 2? BL2? 10%. Some are a bit different. Badass Creepers 16%, 8% per item. But other than that, it's mostly just 10%. Yeah, and then 33 unique. That's such a weird patch. It was. Like, why did it scramble the drop locations? Like, okay, Hellshock I get, because Hellshock dropping from Gigamind was silly. I'm not even gonna bother looking in this vendor. There's a clipper in there. Can I afford the clipper? Do I need to afford the clipper? Charcoal. Ah, it's a carbine. 270,000. 168 for the clipper. How much if I sell the charcoal? 40. Get one from an 30. No, that's not enough. Is Outriders a fun game? It's bloody brilliant. Outriders is good fun. Outriders has some of my favorite main character cutscenes in like any game. Not because they're good, but because they're just really funny. What Outriders did, minor spoiler here, is it took the invincible player character and actually wrote it into the game. And there's really funny cutscenes, because your character knows they're indestructible, and it's just so funny. Because they give no shits. Your character is so sassy and so sarcastic, and they don't care. Do you need World Slayer expansion? No, but I don't know what it does. Obviously there's the World Slayer content, which you don't need initially, but I can't remember if the quality of life stuff came in a patch or in the expansion.
The
I would say, unless you need to buy them on a bundle, go individually and play Outriders first. Beat the game and then go for World Slayer. But I don't remember if the quality of life stuff just kind of came with a patch or not. The thing is, Coco, is what World Slayer did nowhere near to the extent. But it was the overhaul DLC that brought the whole game up. Kind of like a Phantom Liberty. Again, nowhere near the extent. But that's what it was for that game. The game had a rough launch with servers because it's an always online game. So that's going to tank it a lot. It struggled for about a week. The first week was a bit of a shit show, just server stability wise. And no, don't go in expecting Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty level writing. That's not going to happen. But that doesn't stop the game being really good fun. And it doesn't stop the cutscenes being, some of the cutscenes being really funny. And some of the builds you can do. Like, my favorite build is I just run around summoning volcanoes out the ground that go like 30 feet into the air. That's my favorite build. It's so much fun. You've got teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid, the build. You have, I'm going to become a meteor and there's nothing you can do about it to stop me. The build. Like, the abilities are just so grandiose. Hey Stripes, how you doing? The whole, hey, we need to figure out the protagonist's reason for being here, step in Outriders writing was actually, what if we don't? And it goes so hard. There is some fun dialogue with that. There's one where because you're the only character from Earth, and no one else in the game has set foot on Earth or lived during Earth times, and you're the only one. There's a great bit of dialogue where spiders start bursting out this cave, and your character goes, "Ah, spiders!" And the person you're with goes, "Spiders? What are those?" It's like, these things we had back on Earth. It's like, oh, are they dangerous? Yeah, 1/2 of every marriage was trained in disposing of them. Such a great bit of dialogue. Seems fun 750 if you don't want to buy download it. 100 gig, fucking hell. Yeah, 100 gig. Worth looking up a little bit. It'd be fine. It'd be tough finding. Yeah, finding information on it will be tough actually, on whether or not it has the quality of life. Hang on, I missed a few things. Draft TLC was a very bizarre case. I liked it. 105 mil sub 4 gluttony kill. Oh heck yeah, kitty. Good shit. Oh, there's one to flex. There you go. There's your 100 mil damage. Jesus Christ. Good stuff. 7 quid, 50, it's a grand game. I agree with Viper there. For £7.50, that's, yeah. You used to play Build 3 on release, we didn't play DLC, you wonder who you could play. Do you have the DLC now? You have every DLC? All the characters are really good. So I guess it depends what kind of playstyle you like. Eating ice cream? Yo, nice. I want ice cream. Playstyle? Yeah. Not sure, you haven't played in a long time? That's fair enough. Flack's very versatile. As is Moe's. They're both really comfy. Although with Moe's, you need to be good at not like face-hugging enemies, otherwise you'll blow yourself up. If you don't do that, she's fine. But if you're the person who likes to just hold W until you're in the enemy's face, then Zane is better.
You can do better than that.
But if you want to go face hug enemies whilst in a giant mech suit, Moe's has you covered. I want to go back to Flack to test different builds, see what's fun. Flack has got the most amount of builds, I think. Most amount of playstyles, you know, the gist. Flack is a very versatile character. That's fire, that's fire. I don't really need that cyclotron, do I? The only playstyle Flack can't do is use somebody else's action skill. Yeah, basically. Flack can do anything apart from, you know, use Iron Bear. Or Face Slam. But you're ground slamming, which is like better. Now I saw people doing melee Flack. So the thing with melee in this game is there's two types. You have melee, and you have items that use the melee stat. Most melee builds are just using items that use the melee stat. They won't be punching anything.
This is all too easy.
Yeah, the face puncher, yeah. They also added the stinger, which is a Nova shield, and they added the fish slap, which is a grenade. Face puncher is punch in its name, though. Fish slap is slap in its name. The knife rifle. Blade Fury.
I hope you're warmed up. Why even try?
My favorite Vault Hunter builds? That's a really tough question to answer. My favorite builds? That's a bit easier. Hellzerker Amara, Banjo Bear Moe's, Punchbot Flack, Flaccid Flack, Rocketeer Moe's. Rocketeer is basically duo Moe's and Iron Bear together, fighting together. So you station Iron Bear as a sentry turret. Banjo Bear is just full on inside the mech suit. Punchbot is a face puncher build. Hellzerker is a general gun build on Amara. Very powerful. You use any weapon you want. Flaccid Flack is a generic gun build on Flack, mainly using corrosive weapons. Bias towards my own builds. would you believe the person who's made like 20 different builds to cover most playstyles prefers the one that they made than the ones that other people made? Fucking shocker. I'm gonna use my own grenade flak build instead of somebody else's grenade flak build. Because I made it for a reason. No Gundala mention? I did essentially Gundava, but with Phaseland, but it's clunky. Frozen Heart Flak, so that's grenade racks. That's, or other builds are available. Yeah, so you Frozen Heart's the widest Nova in the game, so you just snipe enemies with your Nova shield. Every time you cast your rack attack, you send out the Nova, and the Nova's got huge range, especially with radius boosts. So you're just a walking Borderlands 2 boss. Yeah, and then when your racks hit an enemy, it spawns a grenade.
Airdrop coming in. Don't say I never gave
It's a really fun setup. You can do it both URAD and non-URAD. I did a 1 life no gun flat. Was it 1 life? I didn't die. Well, I died to a lift. I didn't die in combat. So yeah, I did a 1 life flak without using any guns. And that was with that setup. Lots of ground slamming, lots of Nova spamming, lots of grenade throwing.
Get your ass in gear,
good
T-Bolt
guns.
Hunter. That murder cane is coming your way.
I enjoy punching things in there. The melee weapons of Iron Bear are really good.
Better secure that airdrop.
What's my grenade like? Oh, I don't have one.
Ken.
Talking lightly. Lay down some fire.
Easy. Oh, I could get used to this.
Someone's been busy. Now go kill the other guy. They might look small, but they're actually just
Like,
following.
nothing good here. Did I take a good shotgun? Are they even good?
For every occasion.
Shotguns aren't even good. Chances are of Amara surviving the L4 story. So, they kind of wrote themselves into a hole with the whole 6 siren powers thing. So if they want to keep adding new siren characters, they're gonna have to keep killing off sirens. So anyway, if they carry on tradition of them killing a playable character from the previous game, it's gonna be Zane. I think. I suppose you can make an argument for any, although I think Flak would most likely to survive. You need to try it. I have a video on it, as well as a save file download.
Make our sponsor for this airdrop. Go get it.
Splug your day away. What terrible fucking loot. Do I have to kill the boss with this shit? Okay, I've got shock there. I've got fire there. Where's my corrosive? I have no corrosive. I have cryo. Maybe we'll finally learn Steel's powers. If they add in a new siren and it's not Tyrene's powers, yeah, it'll be new. It'll be new powers. It'll be Steel's. The whole limited to 6 powers. 6 sirens, I get. I'm cool with 6 sirens existing. 6 powers, though? Total? They really wrote themselves into a hole with that one.
That one needed more training.
Steel was a siren? Yeah. She never used her powers though, so we don't know what they were. I can see that getting retconned. 6 powers is one hell of a corner. Well, they're already kind of wiggling around with it, so like, we know that every time a new siren gets the abilities, the way that they interpret those abilities differs. So for example, Ava has got Maya's powers, but we didn't see Maya or Troy use it as a protective bubble. That's new for Ava. Despite being phase lock. No good grenade.
Shoot more, sharp markers.
Ooh, these grenades really suck.
Want what I'm selling? Sits mids, baby. Sits mids. By myself.
My fists are ready.
Accept your punishment. In fury I fall. You're the one
Anyone else want to try?
Team Bulldozer may have defeated that huge badass, but now they'll have to face their greatest challenge yet in a one-on-one or more face-off against our very own Axe.
Oh well.
Get 'em, Axe.
Oh, sorry.
Every time you see Ava cast a bubble, you immediately just think to Ward of Dawn. Yeah. Even the stances there are yeah. How about Belter in a while? Wasn't there something in game audio log saying beware the seventh siren?
Thought I was crazy.
Yeah, so the mystery of the seventh siren is still very much just that, a mystery. We haven't a bloody clue how that one works. We don't know how it means, what it works. Is the siren human? How do the powers? Like, we don't know anything. It's just like a legend. If BL4 is going to be a big one, it's going to be a big one, but if it's going to be like, if it's going to wrap up the story that started 15 years ago, it'll probably include the seventh siren. They wouldn't have put it in BL3 if it wasn't important. How goes the grind? Terribly! I still can't get this damn class mod. Well, I didn't die. Yes, I'm just trying to think now, like, Borderlands 1 comes out in 2009. You're like 4 hours in, you go into the Dahl Headland, you get a side mission, mysterious happenings. Currently, it's just been a bunch of lunatic psychos. It's just it's just Mad Max. You go down this lift into this mine, and suddenly there's a whole bunch of alien shit, and you get attacked by aliens. And 15 years later, we still know jack shit about them. The deep lore of Borderlands I quite like, but they've taken their fucking time with it. Let's go corrosive now. Which one? Commandlet. Right. With that, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. Commandlet was your third guest? Damn, unlucky. I will be live with more of this tomorrow. Hopefully we can get Commandlet and we can continue with our run. I don't know what I don't know what my route's gonna be. I don't have a clue what my route's gonna be after this. I'm gonna be like a lost fucking puppy. I guess we do DLCs. Do I go to high mayhem? Do I stay at low mayhem? What do I do? Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, there's no reason to go to my high mayhem. I just go to low mayhem, play Wheelie Explosion. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Cause yeah, hunt rules makes it a little bit more lenient. But we'll figure that out. Kensei was your first two. You see, I play as Amara, so Kensei's gonna drop so much more than the others. Oh, by the way, for this character, for this run, if no one knows, the character I play is decided by a spin the wheel. I click this. And it just happened to land on Amara. Just to make this run even more nuts, it's down a chance. I'm insane. I spun it! It landed on Amara. It didn't, it landed on Flak, but... Change character, reset! Yeah. With that, enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay awesome. If you're in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday Monday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.